Hello and welcome to the Mojo Quick Bites. Today we're going to be taking a look at daily writing rituals and how to build a lifelong daily writing habit. So let's get started. So one of the biggest complaints that I hear from indie authors is that I don't have enough time to write. I can't seem to find a way to write every day consistently. So, writing ritual to the rescue. And yeah, I know that sounds kind of silly, but it is the solution. So first off, know this. There is no one right way. There is no one size fits all when it comes to daily writing rituals. There are as many daily writing rituals as there are writers. It's very unique to each of us. What makes it even a little bit more complicated is that some of the advice that's out there, well, it's kind of vague and unhelpful in the real world. For example, schedule it on your calendar, schedule a date with yourself. Well, that's fine. I can write something in my day planner, but life tends to not care about the words that are written in my day planner. I run a business, I'm an indie author, I'm a mom. We all have life stuff that comes up, things that happen that have to be taken care of, and especially early in our writing careers, we don't always have the luxury of being able to, ferociously guard that time and not allow anything to interrupt it, right? So in the real world, some of that advice in the beginning can be a little vague and unhelpful, but we're going to figure out with some really quick, easy steps how you can perfect and get your daily writing ritual down pat. Step 1, know thyself. So look, if we're going to actually do this writer thing, then we have to, do the writing thing. And one of the best ways to do that is to write every day. And the way to write every day is to have your daily writing ritual down to a science. Now, here's what you need to know about this. You have to be willing to get real and to get honest with yourself, because there is a lot more time in our day that we could be spending writing or whatever else, but in this case, writing, that we are using to do other things. And we have all kinds of justifications for those other things. I have to be on social media because I'm a writer. It's where my fans are. Yeah, but you don't have to be on there for 3 or 4 hours. I say that because I am extremely guilty of that. So you have to be willing to get real and honest with yourself. And don't worry, you don't have to tell anybody else about it. We're not listening. But you have to make sure you're getting real and honest with yourself. Because look, at the end of the day, what you have done with your 24 hours is on you and no one else. Just like what I have done with my 24 hours, that's 100% on me. Yes, life happens. There are outside events and circumstances that come up that are completely outside of our control. But how we react and respond to those things and what we choose to do with those 24 hours in the day is 100% on us. So step 2, let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab a notebook, a journal, an app on your phone, whatever works for you. Okay, and we're going to keep what I call a light journal. Now, what you're going to do here is in the front of that, you're going to save one blank page, at least one blank page there at the front. And as you experiment with your personal writing ritual, which is going to start happening every day, you're going to jot down some very specific bits of info each day for your writing adventure here. You're going to write down what time you started. You're going to write down what time you stopped writing. You're going to put down how many words you wrote during that time. And you're going to make a couple notes, just jot a couple things down about your external environment. Where were you writing? Was it cluttered? Was it dark? Was it bright? Was there natural light? Were you on the desk, the bed, the couch? Were you standing up on a treadmill? I don't know how people do that, by the way. What were you wearing? All of those kind of things that are kind of external to you. You're also going to jot down a couple notes about your internal environment. How are you feeling that day, both physically and mentally? Were you tired? Were you sick? Did you have the flu? Were you stressed out? Were you excited? How are you feeling about your particular writing ritual for that day? How did it feel? Because look, how do you build a habit? You build a habit by doing it. How do you perfect a ritual? By trying it. So we put those two things together and we are going to have your daily writing ritual knocked out. So now step 3 kind of seems like a no-brainer. Keep working. Keep trying different things to switch up your writing ritual, because you are never going to know what works for you and what resonates with you until you try different things. So you're going to try switching up your location. Maybe you write sitting on the couch. Maybe you're going to do it in bed one day. Maybe you're going to be out on the porch. Maybe you're sitting in the middle of your yard. Maybe you're going to walk down the street to the coffee shop, wherever that may be. You're going to try switching up your outfits. Maybe some of those times you're going to dress more professionally, right? Maybe that tricks your brain into taking your writing a little bit more seriously. Or maybe it has the opposite effect and the more restrictive formal clothing is a bit more distracting. So maybe casual is the way to go for you because you're more comfortable. You don't have to fuss with your clothes. For some writers, they go full on naked cowboy. I don't know many that do it, but they're out there. So if you're going to do that one, I don't recommend going to the coffee shop for it. Just putting that out there. Now, so the other thing you're going to try is you're going to try to work with the sounds. You're going to try silence. You're going to try background music. Instrumental tends to be best. You're going to try your favorite movie playing in the background that you've seen 300 times so that you don't have to, your mind doesn't really focus on paying a lot of attention to it. Or one of my favorites is ambient sounds. So if you go to the website, ambient-mixer.com, and I've dropped the link in here, they have a ton of ambient sounds that you can use for like the backdrop of your writing. What's really neat is that they've got so many different ones that you could actually choose one for whatever writing or scene or project you're working on right then. For example, you can have something playing in the background that is like the Hogwarts Great Hall, or how it would sound in the Gryffindor Common Room. And those are just a couple examples. They have tons of them. So definitely go check that out, and it's free. Now, on that first blank page, what you're going to do with that, you're going to jot down only those things that you tried that worked, that felt really good, that made you feel excited to do it again, or that really helped you feel like you got into the flow of writing because of it. So make sure you jot those things down on that first page. That's the only thing you're putting on that first blank page. Just those things that worked. And then step 4 is know thyself better. You're going to end up being surprised how quickly that first blank page starts to fill up. And it's probably going to look like a mishmash of weird list of things, right? But here's what's important about that. You are learning what you need to construct your perfect writing ritual. Because remember, it's extremely personal and individual to each one of us. What my writing ritual looks like is probably going to be completely different than yours. Or we may have some things in common. That's okay. And remember, your writing ritual is an evolving, growing thing. So it's not something that you're going to be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, I'm done, there it is, right? It's going to grow and evolve just as you grow and evolve. And the better your writing ritual, the more you're going to look forward to it. And the more you look forward to it, the easier it's going to become to ferociously guard that time from intrusion. And yes, be able to put it in your day planner, on your calendar, scheduled, with a lot less, possibility for interruptions. Because you are going to be ferociously guarding that time. Because you are looking forward to it. And because you have kind of perfected your ritual at that point, you're going to know what times, locations, and places, things, and who's and whys and all that work for you. So it will be a lot easier to guard that time from intrusion. Now, to sum that up, here's what you're going to do. You're going to be keeping an informal daily writing journal that's going to have that first blank page, your My Rituals page, and you're going to switch up the things that you try. Try all those things that we suggested here, plus a little bit of homework. Google the writing rituals of some of your favorite authors and take from their ideas. Try some of the things that they do. You may be surprised at what works and what doesn't that maybe you wouldn't have even thought about yourself. So you're going to be jotting those things down every day. When you find something that feels really good and works, put it on that first blank page. Then you're going to review your My Writing Ritual, that first blank page, to see what you are learning about yourself and your own writing process. From there, you're going to create what I call your sacred space. That is the place and those things that comprise your personal writing ritual. Maybe it's at a desk in a specific chair, and you have, a specific candle or a specific coffee mug, all of those things that kind of help comprise your perfect writing ritual that are really just switches for your mind, that trigger your mind to get into that flow, into that writing headspace, okay? Then, final little bit of homework here. After you start learning this and start perfecting your own writing ritual, drop us a comment. Come back here, drop us a comment down below this video, or jump over on our Facebook page and let us know what your writing ritual looks like. How's it shaping up? What are you doing with it? And I cannot wait to see what you are doing with your own writing ritual. So, until our next Mojo Quick Bites, happy authoring and go get to work on that ritual. Bye.